8 signs that a woman is unconsciously expressing her attraction to you. We appreciate how attraction often hides behind the smallest details. I've observed how her hand drifts to her necklace whenever you're near. We understand that genuine interest reveals itself in the space between words in this realm of unspoken elegance. Every glance and gesture carries far more weight than any rehearsed compliment you're about to explore. 8 unconscious cues that women use when they're drawn to you, from the delicate arch of her brow when she hears your voice to the subtle warmth in her gaze that only appears in private moments. Welcome to Infinite Wisdom, your go-to channel for real, relatable advice on navigating the complexities of love and relationships. In this video, we're pulling back the curtain on signals most men miss, not because they're invisible, but because they're incredibly nuanced. And as we go, I'll not only decode what each sign means, but also show you what to do once you recognize it. Some of these will feel familiar, but others might quietly shock you. We're not here for surface-level dating tricks. We're here to elevate your awareness in ways that ripple across your career, relationships, and personal confidence. Sign 1. Subtle physical touches. Most men overthink physical touch they're looking for. Fireworks, hands being held, arms wrapped around shoulders, obvious intimacy. And while they wait for the big moment, they miss the quiet ones, the ones that matter more, like when her fingers graze yours a second longer than necessary, or the way she rests her hand near yours without quite touching. These aren't random, they're deliberate lapses in personal space. Subconscious tests. She's checking if her energy feels safe around you, if it lands, if it's welcomed without being chased. What to do? Instead, mirror the softness. You don't lean in, you don't escalate. You match tone with tone. Calm, poise, deliberate, quiet, luxury, and body language means you're never in a rush to react. You're composed because you're aware. And the real win here, it's not just about her. This ability to recognize subtle gestures without misinterpreting them sharpens your emotional intelligence. You'll start to pick up on unspoken cues in the boardroom, in friend groups, even during family tension. That kind of awareness makes you more grounded, more trusted, and yes, more attractive, but in ways that have nothing to do with flirting and everything to do with power. Sign 2. Increased eye contact. Some men either lock into eye contact like they're trying to prove dominance, or they drop their gaze the moment things get personal. Both responses miss the point, and worse, they give the wrong impression. Because when a woman starts holding your gaze, breaking it with a soft laugh, then returning to it, that's not performance, it's connection. She's letting her guard down, even if just for a few seconds at a time. That sustained eye contact isn't just visual, it's emotional exposure. A flicker of, "Do you see me?" mixed with, "Will you hold this moment with me?" Or fumble it. Here's what works. Stay with her, but don't turn it into a stare. Think of eye contact like a rhythm. Lean into it, then gently release your gaze. Should feel like a dialogue, not a spotlight outside of romance. This awareness sets the tone in every room you walk into. Confident eye contact says you're present, attentive, and not seeking approval. It separates the man who's reacting from the one who's observing, and that subtle difference, that's what makes people pause and take you seriously before you even say a word. Sign 3. Mirroring your actions. We often expect direct communication to confirm interest, words, declarations, bold statements. But women rarely operate that way when attraction is still unfolding. Most men miss the signals because they don't know what to watch, for they notice the smile, but overlook the posture. They register her laugh, but not how she just picked up her drink after you did. That's not coincidence, it's calibration. Her body is syncing with yours. Mirroring is one of the subtlest ways we say, "I feel safe enough to align with you." And once you notice it, you can't unsee it. So what should you do? Stay grounded. Don't perform. The mistake is thinking you have to exaggerate your movements to test it. You don't, you're not leading a dance, you're holding a steady frame, and she's naturally joining the rhythm. And here's where the impact extends far beyond attraction. When you can read mirroring in non-romantic situations, boardrooms, tense negotiations, casual dinners, you gain social leverage. It's a sign that trust is building, that people are open to your presence, and trust in any context is where influence begins. So yes, she might be into you, but more importantly, she's aligned with you. And that's a position of quiet power sign 4. She initiates conversations. Some men sit back waiting for deep questions or late-night confessions to confirm interest, but that's not how attraction always begins. Most women start soft light. They weave themselves into your presence casually, not to test you, but to find out if you'll notice when she says things like, "That reminded me of something you said," or "You'd probably appreciate this." Those aren't just passing thoughts, they're invitations. She's building a bridge. One neutral comment at a time. What to do: be present. Listen, don't try to make it something bigger than it is, but don't dismiss it either. Let the conversation flow at her pace. When a woman starts conversations without prompt, she's telling you she feels comfortable entering your world. The smart move is to make that world easy to stay in and beyond attraction. This skill of tuning into conversation cues is invaluable in leadership, in friendship, in everyday connection. People don't always come to you directly. They hint, they suggest, they invite. The man who hears the unspoken parts of a sentence earns a different level of respect. And when you respond well, that respect doesn't just grow, it multiplies. Sign 5. She remembers small details. Most men underestimate the power of small details. They assume she just has a good memory, or that it's coincidence when she recalls what wine you prefer or how you take your coffee. But that's not memory, it's selective attention. And that's different, because when a woman is attracted to you, her mind starts to organize pieces of your world, what you like, what you avoid, what matters to you in ways you didn't even emphasize. That's not just thoughtful, it's personal investment. What should you do? Simple: acknowledge it. Bring it up gently. Let her know you caught it when she says something like, "Didn't you say you can't stand early morning calls?" Smile and respond with, "I didn't think you'd remember that." That one sentence shows her that her attention to you matters to you, and this ability to remember subtle things, it extends well beyond attraction in your professional life. Friendships, even family. Being the man who recalls names, preferences, and habits makes you stand out. Not loudly, but memorably. People feel seen around you, and when others feel seen, they trust deeper and talk longer. That's influence most people never learn to earn. Sign 6. She becomes more open with you. It's easy to misread openness. Some men think that if she shares her day or vents about her coworker, it must mean connection. But emotional intimacy is different from casual oversharing. Risk: if she starts to talk about her past, the parts that aren't polished, the stories that carry weight, then she's not just being friendly, she's being real, and realness is a form of vulnerability, especially when it's quiet and unforced. What should you do? Don't try to fix anything. Don't pivot too quickly. Just listen. Validate. You don't have to become her therapist. You just have to hold space for the moment. Women don't open up like this to men. They don't trust. And there's something deeper here. When a woman shares her inner world with you, it reflects how emotionally composed you seem to her. That's a compliment without flattery, a signal that your presence is stabilizing, not chaotic, even beyond relationships. This trait carries weight. Being the kind of man others feel safe opening up to elevates your place in every room you walk into, in business, in family, and legacy. That's the kind of emotional capacity most men spend decades trying to develop. Sign 7 is something men joke about, but don't realize how serious it really is. Sign 7, she laughs at your jokes. Too many men make the mistake of trying too hard to be funny, like they're auditioning for her attention. Or worse, they assume she's just being polite when she laughs. But if you pay close attention, the laughter you're hearing isn't about the joke. It's about you. When she chuckles at your dry comments, smiles at your sarcastic throwaways, or even giggles at your poorly timed dad jokes. She's not evaluating your comedy. She's showing you emotional alignment. She's tuned in to how you see the world, not just what you say. What should you do? Keep it natural. You don't need a new script or clever one-liners. Real chemistry lives in moments of unfiltered humor, where the joke isn't perfect, but the connection is. And the truth is, this matters far beyond attraction. A good sense of humor keeps long-term relationships breathing. It diffuses tension at work. It makes people gravitate toward you in uncomfortable rooms. Humor done right is a form of leadership, not entertainment. So when she laughs, notice, don't dismiss it. You're not just funny, you're resonating, and that's something no punchline can fake. Sign 8, she shows genuine interest in your life. Men often mistake politeness for interest. She asks how your week was, must be routine. She checks in on your projects, probably just making conversation. But if she follows up, recalls your milestones, or encourages your quiet goals, you're not just someone she's chatting with, you're someone she's investing in. Look closer if she brings up something you mentioned weeks ago. If she asks about that thing you were nervous about, that's not a surface level script. That's emotional investment without a formal announcement. It means she's observing, remembering, and engaging. Not because she has to, but because she wants to. What should you do? Let her in. Update her with intention. She's not chasing bullet points. She's trying to know what drives you. And even if it never turns romantic, there's value here when someone roots for you. It subtly raises your own standards. Her belief in you sharpens your discipline, reaffirms your pace, and quietly reminds you that your life is being witnessed. That feeling of being witnessed and supported without pressure is rare, and whether it leads to connection or not, it reflects the kind of energy you attract when you show up as a grounded, intentional man. Bonus point, she tries to add value to your life. If you're still watching, you're not just a viewer, you're part of our real community. Thank you for staying with us as a thank you. Here's something most men never spot, but it speaks louder than all the other signs combined. Too many men misread a woman's suggestions as interference. She tells you about a better way to organize your schedule, recommends a book she knows you'll actually enjoy, or connects you to someone in her circle, and you think she's trying to manage you. But no, she's trying to elevate you quietly, smartly from behind the scenes. That's not nagging, that's contribution when a woman sees potential in a man. She doesn't need a stage. She finds subtle ways to sharpen his edge without dulling his pride. So what should you do? Accept it with presence. You don't have to follow every idea, but you do have to recognize the intent. Dismissing it too quickly is like throwing away gold because it wasn't loud enough. In truth, your life becomes richer when you start curating people who add value, not volume. And a woman who's trying to upgrade your world, even in whispers, that's someone who sees the man you're becoming, not just the one you are now. Recap: community engagement, CT 100 words. Let's quickly recap the signs. 1, subtle physical touches. 2, increased eye contact. 3, mirroring your actions. 4, she initiates conversations. 5, she remembers details. 6, she opens up emotionally. 7, she laughs at your jokes. 8, she shows deep interest in your life. Bonus, she adds value to it. If any of those signs made you pause or reflect, type the simple phrase, "I see the signs," in the comments to let us know you're part of the real community. If you got value from this video, give it a like. It helps us grow and ensures more men like you find this content. Subscribe to Bond Chronicle for daily insights that elevate your presence, clarity, and emotional intelligence. Share this with someone who needs to see it. It could change how they interpret everything. There's another video on your screen right now that we handpicked to take this even deeper. Click on that next, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.